Welcome, beautiful soul. If you're constantly struggling financially, you're in the right place. I'm going to share something very deep and powerful, the emotional roots of poverty consciousness and how your emotional body might still be holding on to old frequencies of struggle, fear, and survival that shape the reality you live in. You see, for so many of us, especially women, our relationship with money, success, and abundance isn't just about mindset or motivation. It's emotional, it's energetic, it's what our body, our nervous system, and our subconscious learned about safety and survival long before we could even understand what money meant. Now, my story of scarcity and struggle is that I come from a very basic working class background where money was always tight and struggle felt very normal. There was always this unspoken belief that life is hard, that you have to fight for every little thing, and that people like us just don't get ahead. From as early as I can remember, I felt that constant hum of survival mode, always worrying, always waiting for something to go wrong. It didn't matter how hard I worked or how much I tried to stay positive, something deeper inside of me always expected disappointment. That voice that says, nothing ever works out for me and I'm not safe. Maybe you felt that too, that invisible wall that keeps you stuck no matter how much inner work you do, that quiet despair that whispers, this is just how life is, get used to it. What I didn't realize back then was that these feelings, fear, shame, grief, and hopelessness were not just emotions. They were vibrations. They were frequencies running through my subconscious, shaping what I believed was possible for me and creating the very reality I was trying so hard to escape. Every emotion holds a vibration. Fear vibrates very differently to love. Shame vibrates differently to confidence, and hopelessness vibrates differently to joy. And because emotion is energy, it sends signals into the quantum field, into the universe, constantly communicating with life, saying, this is what I expect. This is what feels familiar. And this is what I'm safe with. So if you've lived most of your life feeling fear, scarcity, and struggle, your subconscious literally programs your reality to match those emotions. You might attract situations that reaffirm the belief, there's nothing out there for me. You might find yourself overgiving, under-earning, or constantly rescuing others. I know I used to do that. You might even self-sabotage the moment abundance starts to flow because deep down, your body doesn't feel safe to receive it. This is not your fault. It's conditioning, it's programming, and it usually starts before the age of 7. Now, the science behind this. According to Dr. Bruce Lipton from his best-selling book, The Biology of Belief, by the time we reach the age of 7, most of our core beliefs about life, safety, and worth are already downloaded into our subconscious. They come from our family, our culture, our environment, what we saw, what we felt, and how we survived. If you grew up around financial struggle, instability, or emotional chaos, your subconscious may have learned that survival equals love, that struggle equals safety, or that it's dangerous to have more. These beliefs run like invisible software, shaping how we allow ourselves to earn, receive, and hold. It doesn't matter how old you are or how much success you may have achieved. Those subconscious emotions are still quietly running in the background like a computer program you didn't even know was there. That's why you can't change it just by thinking positive thoughts. You can't affirm your way out of a trauma response. You can't shift poverty consciousness with willpower alone, because it's not held in the conscious mind. It's held in the emotional body and in the subconscious. This is where the Heart Awakening Revolution therapy and the Superconscious healing process comes in. Heart works on the deepest level of the mind, the part that holds the emotional imprints of trauma and the energy of survival. Through this process, we communicate directly with your superconscious, the highest aspect of your mind that already knows how to heal, how to rewire, and how to bring you back into alignment with your natural state of abundance. The superconscious doesn't force change. It remembers your wholeness. It knows you were never meant to live in fear, struggle, or lack. It knows your soul came here to thrive, to receive, to create, and to experience joy without guilt. When we invite your superconscious to release the emotional frequencies of scarcity, fear, shame, guilt, and despair, the entire vibration of your energy field begins to shift. You move from contraction to expansion, from I can't to I'm ready, from survival to flow, ease, and financial abundance. When those old programs dissolve, your relationship with money, success, and receiving changes naturally. You start to feel safe with abundance. You stop overworking, struggling to prove your worth. You begin to attract aligned opportunities and people who reflect your new core vibration. Life doesn't feel like a battle anymore. It becomes a dance, and money becomes what it was always meant to be, a natural expression of energy and love flowing through you. If you've been stuck in that endless cycle of financial struggle, despair, or constant survival, know that it's not because you're doing anything wrong. It's simply an emotional pattern that's ready to be released. And that's exactly what we'll do together. Through a superconscious release meditation, where I'll guide your superconscious to identify and gently dissolve the emotions and beliefs that have been holding you in poverty consciousness. We're not just healing your relationship with money. We're activating a core frequency within you, one aligned with abundance, sovereignty, financial independence, and divine prosperity. I have created a comprehensive series exploring all of the core emotions behind poverty consciousness: the fear, the shame, the unworthiness, grief, control, and more. Each episode is a step on your journey out of financial struggle and into true freedom and flow. That's your birthright. Together we'll transform the energy of survival into the vibration of abundance, so that wealth, ease, and support become your natural way of being, and you finally align with financial ease, flow, and stability. I imagine that's a full-bodied Yes, the clearing meditation video link is in the description below. Let's begin.